Sort. Parallel isn't parallelizing. I'm trying to make unique a set of lines pulled from a file with egrep with sort, then count them. About 10% of the lines, all 100 characters long from the alphabet, ACI, are duplicated. There are two files, about 3 gigs each, 50% aren't relevant, so perhaps 300 million lines. Between LCM equals C and using X to accelerate grep, the slowest part by far is the sort. Reading the man pages led me to parallel equals N, but experimentation showed absolutely no improvement. A little digging with top showed that even with parallel equals 24, the sort process only ever runs on one processor at a time. I have 4 chips with 6 cores and 2 threads/core, giving a total of 48 logical processors. /spoo because /proc/quinfo would be too long. What am I missing? Even if the process is I/O bound, shouldn't I see parallel processing anyway? The sort process uses 99% of the processor it is actually on at any given time, so I should be able to see parallelization if it's happening. Memory isn't a concern. I have 256 GB to play with, and none of it is used by anything else. Something I discovered piping grep to a file, then reading the file with sort. In doing these benchmarks, it's pretty clear that when piped input sort isn't parallelizing at all. When allowed to read a file, sort splits the load as instructed.
Sort doesn't create a thread unless it needs to, and for small files it's just too much overhead. Now unfortunately sort treats a pipe like a small file. If you want to feed enough data to 24 threads, then you'll need to specify to sort to use a large internal buffer. Sort does that automatically when presented with large files. This is something we should improve on upstream, at least in documentation. So you'll want something like. Note I've set LC_all equals C for all processes, since they'll all benefit with this data. BTW you can monitor the sort threads with something like.
With ParSort you can sort big files faster on a multi-core machine. On a 48-core machine you should see a speedup of 3x over sort. ParSort is part of new parallel and should be a drop-in replacement for sort.
If you want to support our, be sure to like it and subscribe.